guys. Hey, welcome to Beyond the Scoreboard podcast. It's something new we doing. My name is Jamal.
And I'm Corey.
We just really wanted to get like a platform we could speak on like different topics, not like the average media narrative and everything. More in-depth topics and everything.
Absolutely. And it's not going to be a bunch of garbage, ESPN highlight opinions. None of that. Guys that really watch sports. Guys that really make actual comments about sports. Guys that watch it.
Yeah, so that's all this about, man. So we love sports, so hey, we decide, hey, let's talk about it. Hey, appreciate whoever's checking out the views and all that, man.
Anybody.
We'll take it, man. The view is a view, so we're just doing it really for fun, man. We appreciate the support.
Definitely.
Let's jump straight into it, man.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna waste no time. I know that that Jamal is a big fan. NBA basketball. I mean, it's in its prime time right now. That and along with the football, NCAA. So it's a lot going on, a lot to talk about. Go ahead. Who you got, man, coming in, especially with NBA? A lot of changes.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Off season,
yes,
a lot of changes.
Yes,
Who you got? Who you got? Sleepers? Talk to me. Sleepers. Championship contenders. All that.
Straight up, I mean, contenders, y'all already know it's LA everything right now, man.
Yeah.
They're looking good out there. The Lakers and the Clippers. LeBron and AD is not surprisingly, but they meshing good together.
Yeah.
They meshing real good. And then I'm surprised their depth hasn't got tested. I think that get tested later on if LeBron got to sit some time down or AD got to sit some time down. Because they're going to have to figure out something to do, bro. Because, I mean, they got Danny Green, they got Kuz coming off the bench. They got Dwight. They got Rondo. But I feel like they really need a second off the ball just scorer, just to attack, man. And people talking about Jamal Crawford.
Yep.
That's a possibility, but I think they need somebody more so into their prime, that can really
a lot more to offer. You know what I mean? A guy that can handle
Jamal Crawford, don't get me wrong.
Minutes
My man put up 50 last season, but I think they really need – they're going to have to make a trade, I think, to really be just a lock for a championship. If they make a trade for, like, another score, they'd be a lock for a championship.
Nah, for sure. I mean, and just to piggyback off what you're saying with missing pieces around the league, Lakers, we kind of know that they could use an extra guy.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? An extra score. But another contender that I like, I know me and you talked about it off camera, offset, but Celtics. I like Boston.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? With or without the Kemba injury, prayers up for Kemba.
Yeah,
but it looks like he coming back.
Yeah, they said concussion. At first it looked like it was his neck, so he could come back a lot earlier than expected, at least from that first video I saw it. I think they said it was like concussion protocol, concussion symptoms, so he'll be back. They're looking good right now, too. I think they man, let me not misspeak. I think they're at the top of the East right now.
I think so. Two losses, I believe.
Maybe three since
possibly three
since last night because they played the Nuggets. They lost to the Nuggets.
Yep. Okay, so but back to the missing pieces, man. Celtics, to me, all they really missing is a big man.
That's
you know
all.
What I mean, that's it.
All, man. Hey, they got Jason Tatum. He showed against the Clippers like, Kemba off, Jaylen Brown off, Hayward he out.
Let me drop 30.
I'm gonna go get the bucket. So
exactly.
That was actually a surprise to see. I mean, we all know he can hoop and everything, but man, he took it to another level against Kawhi and Paul George and them boys.
For sure. Another big piece that I think was acquired by the Lakers was Dwight Howard. I mean, they got a revamped a 2012, 2011 type of Dwight Howard right here.
People would sleep on that move, man. I like the move a lot. People would really sleep on it, saying, Dwight this, he got to fix his attitude. Maybe he did, so we just listen to what the media say. But, I mean, he looked good for the Hornets a couple seasons ago, so I knew he can put up numbers. It's just all about can he adapt to playing with LeBron and everything, so yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's really what it's about. I think LeBron has the tendency, the ability to kind of pull, you know what I mean, revamp guys. We've seen him doing it in history.
Get the best out of guys. And then, at the same time, like, he'd make a good role player or like a starter into a role player. He got a bad habit. Like KCP used to put up a solid numbers in Detroit, came with LeBron in LA, and then you really a true role player. You finna just spot up and shoot threes, but he ain't helping himself because he can't knock down nothing sometimes.
Sometimes, man. But definitely pulling the best out of Dwight. You know what I'm saying? Getting this guy to probably, now this is not coming from any place, but just a fan looking at the game. Dwight looks healthier. He looks more in shape.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Lean, getting up and down the court. So I definitely would attribute that to LeBron.
Yeah, most definitely. I think he knew it was almost like a Melo situation. Like I gotta get my shit together.
Let's get it together. Come on,
gotta get together, man. I gotta take minimum money, and it's like a 1 year prove it type of deal. But I mean, he compete for a championship right now with LA, so I'll take it if I'm him.
For sure. Dwight does not have that under his belt. I don't think Dwight has even competed for one at the final stage, the championship.
Yeah, he a Hall of Famer, regardless of anybody say. Hey, we can another talk for another conversation. But you look at the numbers and everything, bro went to the final. But like I said, another conversation.
Yeah, another conversation.
But who else you like, man, in the West?
Oh, in the West, I mean, this team to me is a regular season team, but they deserve respect because their wins say so. Denver
okay.
Nuggets is a team that competes night in and night out.
They got a deep squad, man. They got the shooters, and they got the big man Jokic. They got Paul Millsap. I'm worried about them in the playoffs. I'm worried about them.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna be that guy that's gonna go and get that bucket?
That can step up because we see it every year, man. Regular season teams, Trailblazers, regular season team. OKC with Russ, regular season team.
I said the Trailblazers, they stepped up last year, but they ran to that beast, Golden State, that 5-headed monster, 4-headed. They was out DeMarcus Cousins, but man. Them boys a beast. Actually, I think it was out KD. Yeah, with Portland. It was out without KD. So they had a fighting chance, but
they just couldn't.
They couldn't execute, bro. I really think I attribute that to coaching, bro. I really feel like they need a new coach, but
yeah, he's been out there a few years.
We'll
right?
see. Yep. Okay. We'll see what they do. They struggling right now. Dame out, Nurkic out.
Nurkic still out.
Hassan White. So he out, but.
Let's talk about Hassan, please.
He a local Gastonia guy.
He is. He's a local. Hey, for the people looking out there, it was reports. I think it was 2013, maybe 2014. Don't quote me, but he was playing basketball at a Charlotte YMCA.
Yeah, I think that's how he got picked up.
Yeah,
some of the scouts or something like that. But yeah, he got to get together, man. You supposed to be dominating out there. At least on the boards and play defense. That's it. And playing hard. I never get a lazy big man, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
All you got to do is rebound and play defense, man.
It's so tough to watch, bro.
A couple touches. Sit. Nice screens. You're going to get the touches, bro. Another guy that I've seen that just fit. He only been on 2 teams, but he just fit is DeAndre Jordan. Like a guy that's going to play his position, play defense, and rebound. You're not going to hear too much about him.
Nah.
You're going to play hard.
That's it. Play hard. Not too much off the court. You know what I'm saying? Stuff you getting with a guy. Not as much as a risk as like a Dwight Howard, but also not as much as an upside like Dwight Howard has been this season.
Yeah,
you know
most definitely, yeah.
Definitely effective though. Definitely effective. Let's touch on something that we don't make big references here, but I want to bring it to light. Stephen A. Smith made a good point this week about some drama going on in Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving not being a good teammate. Talk to me,
man. I just think that's just like a narrative that's going around, man. I don't really think that's true. I felt like when he went to Boston, he was with some guys that's like, bro, like, we done did this without you, bro. Like, we done showed that in the playoffs. You coming back from injury and everything. Terry Rozier showed what he could do against the Bucks a couple playoff series ago. So, he went to a situation. Jason Tatum stepped up. Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart.
A lot of guys.
Somebody who can play the 1 and the 2. Like, so he was really they really guard heavy, though. Tatum can play the 3, Brown can play the 3, but honestly, bro, I just think he went to a situation where that coach is he's better for like a team. I'm not saying Kyrie's not team first, but a guy who's like a guy like Kemba, that's team first, everything,
Team first, also can handle his own.
Yeah, he's team first. You ain't gonna hear too much rumors about him, everything like that. So
nah, definitely a professional guy. Not saying Kyrie isn't. Not saying that at all, but when you throw a guy like Kyrie with guys that have already proven themselves,
and
know
young,
what I mean?
Kind of hard-headed.
Young guys that probably feel like, hey, I could play. You know what I mean? Ain't no reason why I can't. Matter of fact, Kyrie wasn't in last game. Dinwiddie scored 22 points, I believe. Oh,
yeah, Dinwiddie can hoop, bro. They got a lot of talent over there, bro. You think it's a kind of like more of like a hit on his I ain't gonna say career, because his career, I ain't gonna say completely solidified, but he Kyrie, he got Kyrie. The championship and everything. But as far as like, what do you think it'd say about him if he can't get the Nets to the playoff this season in the East?
I think it'll say a lot. If he can't at least get them through the first round, it says a lot. You know what I mean? I think Kyrie might have asked for a pallet that he couldn't really eat. You know what I mean? I'm not no disrespect.
You talking about for the first season? KD coming back.
KD coming back. I'm talking about
next
even just Kyrie. Just Kyrie's first step. I think this was 3 years ago when he kind of made the decision to get away from Bron. You know what I mean? Just kind of getting get his own mode. I think he kind of stepped out here and didn't realize what it takes to be that productive during regular season, and then also make your team competitive playoff season.
I think it was really like, damn, I'm the best player on my team, and when you're the best player, you got a lot on your shoulders. Yeah. And I think it was a wake up call. Like I said, I think he maybe would deal a lot better with a team like Houston, where it's like they know they going to the conference finals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we know what the big picture is. Where the young guys, you got to wait till them develop. It's like certain habits. Like you like, man.
You need them to come out with the same energy every
I
night.
ain't really, he don't feel like. I mean, I ain't saying he was babysitting, but he probably didn't want to deal with that.
Nah, probably a little bit of both, a little bit of all that. Biggest disappointments. I know we're only not even a quarter of the year in. Ooh, I love this basketball season. 83 games, but we're not even a quarter of the year in. 82 games, but we're not even a quarter of the year in. But who you got, man? Who the biggest disappointments right now?
Biggest disappointments. I got to throw Portland out there. I mean, come on, man. What they did last year to beat the Nuggets, get to the conference finals. Even though it was the Warriors, I mean, they did all right, man. I wish they start off better this year. I mean, they had some good additions. Kim Bazemore, Rodney. He brought back Rodney Hood. You pick up Hassan Whiteside. You already got CJ and Dane. You waiting for Nurkic to come back. So now you got Melo, man. I just hope they put out some wins, and I hope they don't try to blame it on Melo for them not winning. Because I watched that game where they played against the Bucks. Them boys played no defense.
None.
No defense at all, man.
Okay. I mean, I kind of got to side with you on that one. I don't really have too much of a big disappointment. Really like a team that I felt should have, did something that they didn't do. I think the league right now is really competitive across the board. So come playoff time, I'm expecting a lot of tight series. You know what I'm saying? But come regular season, I'm also expecting a lot of competitiveness down the stretch.
Yeah.
Look at Suns. I mean, that's a team now.
Competing.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen where Phoenix is competing. I'm expecting Phoenix to go to the playoffs.
Ooh, hey, you heard it here first, y'all.
I'm telling you, I'm expecting Phoenix to go to the playoffs.
I don't know about all that, but like I say, Portland definitely a disappointment. Who you guys your biggest surprise?
This might be some of that hometown juice, you know what I'm saying? but Charlotte, Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? Because you see it. I know it's try to word that for the people that might not understand that. Why this is a successful season at 6-9, I think 6-10, something. Yeah,
because everybody had us at the bottom of the league, man. Yeah. They had us worse, like in the standings, like finishing last and everything, man. But hey, they're looking good on a competitive standpoint, and it's like talent. Like we got a lot better young talent than what people thought. Yeah, it's Devontae Graham just showing up, boy. That man, hey, he coming for the wheel for that 6 man of the year, man.
Oh, most improved 6 man, something.
One of them, man. If he keep hooping like he hooping, he gonna be in the conversation for one of them.
Yeah,
for most improved 6 man. But yeah, the Hornets they just got close games, man. They got close games. Like they dropped one the last night to Washington. They dropped one to who else did they play? That they dropped it. New Orleans a few weeks ago. They was up, and Brandon Ingram just started cooking.
Dropped the Memphis game right before that.
Them is 3 dubs right there, man. Yeah, 3 dubs, man. So
a couple possessions away that they just would have changed the game.
Brooklyn, I feel like that was a game they should have won without Kyrie.
Without Kai, yeah.
Just couldn't execute, man. I don't know why Coach Borrego he had Marvin in at the Marvin. I like Marvin out there. He playing a lot better this year in his role. But I think they didn't have a big out there. They just had Marvin was the biggest guy.
Was the biggest man.
Him and Miles was out there, and they got that boy with the afro. I can't think of his name.
Never think no disrespect. I can never think his name. He's
a good player, bro. Allen.
Allen, yeah.
Allen. He was just out hustling the boys, but. I think Charlotte gonna be all right. They just gotta get it together as far as execution on defense and rebounding. I think now if they're really serious, I think they probably gonna have to make a trade for a big man.
For sure. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit, not really, but definitely something we want to dive into, man. Just some of the rookies, Drizzy. Who you got, man? Jamal, who you got coming out as impressing you so far this year?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Going back to the Hornets, PJ Washington, that first game, my man was just nailing threes back to back. He looked good. He's solid. Of course, he having his games where he's in the slump. But I mean, post game, outside game is looking real good. Even sometimes on defense, they're throwing shots back and everything. But he is surprised, but I mean, y'all already know, man. That boy straight out of South Carolina, man. Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. He's a hooper. He's a bucket, man. Bro. He's a professional bucket. Even more so than that, he's a professional NBA player. Like, not just the guy that can, yes, every night.
Got that dog in the man.
Every night. And I don't know if it's the guys that's around him. You know what I'm saying? He got some good veteran guys around him as well.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
But I don't know if it has anything to do with that. But this is a guy that's confident every night. This is a guy that feels that he's better than the person that's in front of him every night.
Yeah, you can see he coming at people, man. That game when he hit against Charlotte,
he wanted that. He knew that. I think he had just made a mistake right before that.
Went at 3 people.
Yeah.
Zeller. Then he switched on the rookie Martin. Martin switched on him, went at him, and went at Bridges. for the game winning, bro.
Yeah, man. So he definitely got it in him. Just a guy that's not scared to play the ball. Another sleeper. I'm gonna go with Hero out there in Miami. He's a bucket. That's
Sniper.
a guy.
Hey, my own man. Them boys in Miami. We're gonna touch on that later, but yeah, they got some good rookies. Hero and Kendrick. None. Yeah, I think he. I don't know if he. Yeah, he
overseas maybe.
I think he got undrafted, bro. Bro went undrafted. Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, so hey, he been hooping. He been put a couple 20-point games. I know he like for the first 5 games he tied like a record with KD and some other people. So yeah. He doing big things.
Shout out to the coach in Miami, man. Just working with pieces year after year, not necessarily getting the credibility he deserved, but year after year putting stuff together.
Man, man, he always, even when they before the big 3, man, he was getting them in the playoffs. Even though they had Wade, of course, in UD when he was in a little bit more of a problem in his career, but he definitely every time you're gonna get the most out of Miami as far as competing. Even when they had Josh Richardson, at the 2,
competing,
them boys was competing. And I don't know if that's why they got Hassan Whiteside out of there, like
because that's a guy. I mean.
They got narrative out there that he lazy. I can't
I wanted to touch on it. I
can't really speak on that if the man lazy or not. But I know Miami. They every time we play them, they give the Hornets hell. Yeah. They give them boys hell.
I mean, it's kind of been like that since I can remember, man. Like seriously, the last 10 years, Miami has always been competitive. Now, not necessarily on a broad spectrum NBA. We know when they had the big 3, but they always
they're gonna pretty much for the 9 times out of 10 make the playoffs.
Yeah, that come in right in that 8, that 8-7 slide.
6 to 8, Yeah. But yeah, man, them boys looking good out there, man. I can't even lie down there. They my biggest surprise so far. Like Jimmy Butler going out there getting the bucket. They got Dragic coming off the bench. Them boys super.
For sure, no, for sure, that's big. Another thing you touched on, man, or we kind of did. You was talking about Miami. I don't know if you was about to kind of go into that with a team that you expecting to do something this year. You expecting them to be once again competitive playoffs?
Man, I'm worried about the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it. And that's why I know they're going to play hard. It depends on matchup too, but I'm worried about them when they really go up against something like I know they beat the Bucks, but I'm going to worry about them when they play against the Bucks or when they got to go up against Philly. Celtics, that's a matchup. Excuse me. That's a matchup I think that'd be real. That's a series I want to see. Miami, they may be too high up in the seedings to play each other in the first round, but definitely later on in the playoffs I can see in Miami and Celtics, and I wouldn't be surprised if Miami take that.
Nah, that's that. You're right, because at 7 games, you playing the same team 7 games. It's gonna take execution. It's gonna take coaching, defense.
Yeah, Celtics got some dogs, but Miami got some dogs on the squad right there. And then, like I say, people sleep on Eric Spoelstra as a coach, so I think they're gonna do big things. If they're gonna make a deep run at a championship, I know that'd be a perfect season for them to be in contention for a championship. But they probably need to make a trade. Definitely. I mean, I know I'm bringing up trades and everything, but that's what's probably gonna get them over the hump,
Yeah, because they got scores and they got a guy that's not scared to take the shot in Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a matter of as a player on the team, as a coach, is that who you really okay with at the end of the day taking that shot? That's a franchise question.
The crazy thing, he hooping with young guys.
Yeah,
and he ain't saying a word about nothing. Minnesota had 2 talented young players.
Had to call.
My man wanted to get
out.
My man wanted to get up out of there, man.
Terrible. And then it's funny because to me, Minnesota have kind of become a tougher team a little bit. Not because guys was out there scruffling in Minnesota, nothing like that.
You saw what happened against Philly, man. I don't know why they even called that like a that wasn't a mix-up. I don't know what that was. Him and Embiid, Towns and Embiid, man.
That's right. Yeah.
That was way overhyped.
Little overhyped. That's not why I'm saying that they got tougher, but I'm saying it just seemed like they're a little bit more competitive.
I think that's Towns just being a better player each and
every year.
Challenge player. Look like Andrew trying to be a little bit more consistent. We know how his motor go up and down, man.
Fluctuate.
We're gonna see what they're gonna do though, but that's a team I think ain't never gonna reach its true potential.
Yeah.
At least with that roster they got right now, if they want. I think they're either gonna have to add something or trade Wiggins.
Do something. They need to do something to kind of just bring the.
They like stale.
Yeah, so it kind of been stagnant the last 3 years.
Like
not
no
really.
improvement. Like I say, Towns getting better, but that's when they got Jeff Teague and Jimmy. I thought that was gonna be the next team up, but they didn't play out that way.
Not at all. Another big team that people were talking about, not really for a good reason, but New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of touching on that. I know it's a circus out there right now, but
man, they trying to get rid of Coach Fizdale. They got, man, I don't know what happened in free agency, man. Them boys just got when they missed out on Kyrie and they KD. Missed out on the AD trade, missed out on Zion.
Yeah, it's like they kind of threw in the towel.
Let's go for every big man that's out there, every average big man. are slightly above average. Them boys signed Taj Gibson,
Mm-hmm.
signed Julius Randle,
Mm-hmm.
and they signed the Morris twin and Bobby Portis.
Yeah. Dang.
And they already had the rookie from last year. What's the name?
Knox.
The tall.
Kevin Knox.
Nah, the center.
Oh,
Super tall dude. I can't think of his name, man.
dang,
I can't think of his name.
I know you talking about. Dang.
But the tall center that they got, they just signed a bunch of bigs and they point guard heavy, bro. Like what they gonna do with Frank and Dennis Smith Jr.
Man, I really hate it for Dennis, man. And Dennis' talent has been there to me. The situation has never matched up. He's had a year out in Dallas before they brought in a guy that could really
ball dominant guy.
You know, ball dominant, take the ball out of Dennis' hands. So his game level experience is not going to be as high as a guy on another team. Then you bring him to New York, and you like, okay, I'm gonna take his talent, but I'm gonna limit the minutes. And I'm gonna surround him with mediocrity. I mean, I hate to say
he's gonna get blamed. He gonna
get blamed for that.
He's gonna be one of the ones. I mean, I would like for him to get a new change of scenery. You know, I know it'd be quick. Like, man, he just got to New York last year, but I'd love to see him on another team, man. At least with better management. I'm not gonna say better coaching, better management, and the more of a roster that fits him. New York, like I said, they just got a bunch of contracts and throw a bunch of guys together and said, "Fuck it," in free agency.
And it's kind of we can tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it looks like that. It's a lot of. Just a lot of, I don't want to call them average, below average. Just not a good fit, I would say. Not a good fit.
Definitely just thrown together, man. But, dang, it's been a good episode so far. We still got a lot more to talk about. Just wanted to kind of switch gears. I know it's a lot of people at home talking about it. We've been waiting on it for a while. Melo.
Ooh, hey, my man's just back, man. 00, man. He done switched the number on us and everything.
He's back. So just talk a little bit, man, about like kind of where you see Melo going. I know it was a problem in Houston, but now we gonna put that behind us. We're not thinking about that. Where is Melo going now?
Man, I like him in Portland, man. I like him a lot, man. He looked good against Milwaukee. I mean, of course, he had to play a little bit of defense on Greek Freak, which I mean.
That's gonna take some of his motor down a little bit.
Yeah, you know, Melo ain't fit to guard him for a whole game. He wasn't guarding the whole game, but that was just a bad matchup. But Melo still got his on the offensive end. He did some good things out there. I think once they get Dame and Nurkic's back, that'd be a good team. But Melo look good. He look in shape, man.
Okay.
Like he looks slim. He still, you know, Melo got a little baby fat, but it's like he looks slim. He look good, man.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk down on Melo because one, I haven't caught a full Portland game since he's came back.
Okay.
So I'm not
I just got the chance to watch one.
But as far as what I'm expecting, because it doesn't even matter what I'm expecting Melo to be a guy who's crucial off the bench. I'm expecting Melo to be a guy that steps up playoff time.
Yeah, they got him starting right now.
Yeah, because of the injuries that they got going on.
Yeah, they got him starting, but I think he can be. I think. People saying, "Oh, Melo just need to accept his role and everything," but I think Melo can. I mean, he put up 18 the other night, but I think he can. 14 to 15 a game is what I'm looking for Melo.
Yeah.
If he do better than that, hey, I'll take it. But for me, I would like to see Melo go out with averaging at least get a contend for another championship and be like a key factor for a team. You know, get that 15 points and be a key guy instead of getting 18 to 20 on the team that ain't doing nothing. Yeah. Don't got no hopes. Then you just getting shots up. You know, they don't look the same. Yeah, so I'd rather see him get like that 14 to 15 points a game and actually play for something.
And then I'm ready to see playoff Melo. Like, we haven't seen playoff Melo in a long time.
Like
that
New York
Melo,
that get you a bucket.
Get you a bucket,
no hesitation.
16-point quarter Melo, 20-point quarter Melo, you know what I mean, or somewhere around there.
You think we're going to get that, though?
Right situation, we will. Right situation, Melo's a guy that's a rhythm guy. Melo's a guy that likes to compete. So I feel like placing a guy like that on the right stage, which is the NBA playoffs, which is the NBA Western Conference Championship, if they get that far, that's where I'm expecting to see the best of Melo come out.
Man, like I said, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad he didn't go to the LA Lakers because I felt like I wanted – I mean, I'm going to be honest, bro. Jared Dudley don't deserve a spot over Melo. When I saw them give that, I was like, bro, that money could went to Melo.
Terrible. Terrible.
I don't know. I guess people be like trying to knock down Melo's character and everything, but I mean, he would have been good for them. But at the same time, like I said, I'm glad he didn't go there just because I didn't want. If they would have started off slow or had any little rough patch in that locker room, Melo would have been the guy
first
to beat.
blame.
Yep.
First to blame. Let's get Melo out.
Scapegoat.
Yep. That's what they did in Houston. No, just
man, just what got 27 against Brooklyn and they shut them on out. They was like, nah, you can't.
That was wild. From a fan standpoint, I didn't understand why. I was expecting for something else to come out as far as some issues going on in the locker room.
And it was early, bro. Super early, man.
Just got him.
Super early. I'm like, man, y'all got to let this play out at least till, like, December or something, bro. They cut that man early November, bro.
And that was a team that could have used a Melo come playoff time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, take the ball out of Harden's hands a little bit. I'm glad we brought up Harden.
Yeah, because speaking of him, that man, hey, putting up numbers, historic numbers, man.
Same thing he did last year. Now, we talked about regular season guys and regular season teams. That's one of them for me. You know, last year he was putting up numbers in the playoffs.
He was putting up numbers, but I just think he get wore down, man. And Chris, I don't think was fully healthy, completely like he was that year before. Mm-hmm. Even though he got hurt in that series, I would love to see that go. See him stay healthy in that series. But as far as Houston, James Harden, you know he a bucket. I didn't get to catch the game, but I watched the highlights, man. Mm-hmm. That man was out there just from deep,
having
just
fun,
bopping,
dropping,
bopping.
scoring.
It was effortless too.
Yeah, doing what James do,
and doing it against the team that got two great I think they got one great defender, Kawhi, a good defender in Patrick Beverly,
really good defender in Patrick Beverly,
good defender,
and Paul George.
But what's the boy from Utah that be giving them buckets?
Not Mitchell,
white guy.
Oh, Joe Ingles.
Yeah, giving that man buckets, man.
Yeah.
So, but I think Paul George, he's a good defender. I gotta see if he's gonna show up playoff time.
Yeah, no, that's a guy that's kind of been off the scene a little bit. Yeah. We haven't really seen with the monkey on his back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where a guy
he was with Russ, and he was in. Last time I seen him hoop, like I would say, like for the whole complete series that was solid was when he was with
Indiana
and went up against LeBron back when they had the big three.
Stepped up.
Yeah,
he stepped up, and I feel like that's what he will do, placed in a position. You know what I mean? Placing that like
with the right coach, bro.
Right coach.
Doc is a hell of a coach, bro. People sleep on that. I think I would hate to catch them guys hot at the end of the season and going into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And then just to kind of piggyback off what you were saying, as far as big contenders, another big contender I see coming out the West besides Denver and besides Lakers, it would definitely not coming out the West, but competing. You know what I mean? Just competing. I would have to go back and touch on Phoenix. Just a team. I'm not expecting a bunch. I'm really not. But if you watch them, I have literally watched Phoenix drop some games that they could have won.
I caught one game. I caught that New Orleans game, and there was in that game.
Yeah, and I think they ended up dropping that game, didn't they?
Yeah, they dropped it.
Yeah, they dropped it. But Devin Booker is a guy that has fluctuated a little bit early in the season. He's kind of getting into the motion now of things. I'm seeing his numbers being a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, and they're doing this without Ayton.
Yeah, dang,
I think that's the biggest surprise. Like, oh, these boys we knew they had some talent with Kelly Oubre. He finally got an opportunity to show what he can do, and he putting up numbers. And they got Book, and then they got Bridges, but in Ayton, this team can be something like next year. I think they're a year ahead of schedule.
Yeah, he got a big body.
They're a year ahead of schedule, especially playing winning games without Ayton.
I'm expecting them to kind of be a team, to make some moves. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't see Phoenix take a loss in order to get that NBA draft position anymore. You know what I mean? We kind of out of those.
They got the talent. They got the talent. So it ain't nothing but adding on to your roster at this point.
Improving, coaching changes, whatever needs to be done, but you got the base of it, which is refreshing. We haven't seen that in a minute.
Oh yeah. And speaking on another team in the West, Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Dallas looking good.
Dallas is looking good.
With Luka. And he doing this thing out there, man. As far as like control the offense, defensively he need to be a little bit better. But I mean, man, putting up triple doubles like it ain't nothing. And closing games.
And he's still young, man.
No kind of hops.
It's crazy.
Not fast. I'ma just bop and get my bucket.
That's it.
And get this dub, bro.
That's it. So definitely appreciate that. I know we kind of wrapping it up here on our first episode, but we definitely want to talk about just kind of where we see superlative-wise with the NBA. We know that it's only November. This kind of stuff won't come out too close to the playoff time.
I mean, but we can do like the little early predictions. I mean, the season already started, Originally, we were supposed to have the podcast out before the season, but hey, stuff happened, scheduling, but hey, we here. So who you got for getting the MVP?
Oh, man. MVP right now. I think I'm gonna say 3 because you got to consider all 3. Harden. James Harden, you got to consider him.
Yeah.
Giannis. I feel like you got to consider Giannis.
Okay.
I know they consistent, but you got to consider him. And, dang, only 3. That's tough. I mean, LeBron. Do you throw LeBron in there?
You throw that man leading the league in assists,
I'm
man,
saying,
and they got the
man.
best record, man.
I know. I got it. Okay, so LeBron. Who you got, man?
You said it, man. I got LeBron for the MVP.
Leading? You got him leading MVP right now?
Right now, yeah.
Most improved? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I got LeBron, then Harden next, and then you could throw some other guys in there that's stepping up. But most improved. Right now, I ain't got a chance to look at really like too many people numbers
Across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have to throw one out there. I say Devontae Graham. That's a big step from what he doing. He averaging 17, 18 points a game.
Right around there, shooting the 3 ball right around at 40%.
Lights out, man. He
Right
got the confidence with it too.
Which I don't know if it's been there or he just been hiding it.
I think playing with, having working with Tony Parker and Kimber helped this game out a lot, man. Having a chance just a season behind those guys. You got a future Hall of Famer and champion and Tony Parker.
Yeah.
And then you got Kimber. You already know his college legacy is solidified.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy who's a perennial all-star. Who you got for most improved?
Most improved. That, like you said, that's a tough one, man, especially with it being so early. And it sounds crazy, but Pascal Siakam. I know he was contending last year. But this man is
surprise
stepping up.
team. My bad. That's a surprise team.
Toronto.
They done stepped it up a lot, man. Toronto looking good out there. You know, Cal kind of hurt right now. Any Ibaka, and them boys still getting that wins, man.
Shout out to the guard out there, man.
You talking about Van Fleet?
Van Fleet.
He doing
stepping up. Consistent is the best word to describe it. Consistent. This is a guy that's definitely not scared. Playing ball, but gonna keep going. Who you got?
Defensive player of the year.
Defensive player of the year.
I'm gonna just go ahead and we gotta get at the. I'm gonna say Gobert.
I was just about to say that. Your boy out in Jazz, Utah.
It's hard to. He gonna play defense and take pride in playing defense.
They better give it to him this year. We don't need bro crying again.
Oh no, I think he cried for the All-Star.
Yeah, he cried for the All-Star.
That's a little different. He needs to tighten that up a little bit. Utah got him soft a little bit. I know he from France. You know, we got Nick Batum. I ain't got to take a shot at France.
I ain't taking a shot at France.
Much love to France, man.
Oh yeah, love France, but he's soft.
Yeah,
he's soft.
I mean that's out there, as far as that game, they got that like finesse kind of, and then they take it into their personality. Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. So yeah, it's in them. But rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. I think we kind of touched on that. With Ja. Yeah, like Ja kind of leading that for me.
I say Zion can win it if he got to come back and just hoop put up and he got to do more than dunks. But that's gonna those dunks gonna get him some votes from people.
It just don't look good right now with him. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna wait and see, bro. I think especially if they start getting wins.
If they start getting wins, then it'll look a little different.
Lot of wins at the end of the season. They only got to be in the playoffs, but like a chance to fight for the A seed. I think that look good. But yeah, Ja. Right now, Ja.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to even kind of consider any other rookie right now just because of the workload he taking on. I guess we could top it off with this, man. Who you got winning it all? Winning it all?
Right now, I got the Lakers.
Got LA?
Yeah.
I would put my money on LA, but I would put my money on the Clippers. Just because I feel like as time goes on, they're only gonna get better.
I didn't specify that. The Lakers, my bad. I said LA. I forgot 2 teams in LA.
I knew it. I figured that's what you was talking about. The boys out there.
I think they're gonna win it. But hey, another disappointment just throw out there. I know they got injuries, but man, the Warriors.
That's tough to watch, and I know it's a lot of people at home happy as hell.
Hey, right? Hey, I was like, dang, I ain't want them. I want the team to break up. I ain't want that to happen to them. I want to see players healthy. I just don't like the overdoing of the super teams, bro. Like them boys had
talent on talent.
Then throw DeMarcus Cousins in the last year. That was just crazy.
Another sad situation with DeMarcus. I actually watched his resurgence documentary.
Hopefully he get healthy and
come back.
Get the baby mama drama squared away and everything, and he'd be all right.
Charges were dropped.
Yeah.
Charges were dropped. So.
Hey man, but I'm gonna hate to cut you off, but cut it short. But it's a wrap for the first episode, man. Beyond the Scoreboard. It's like a little pilot. First episode, man.
Yes,
we're gonna
try take off.
We're gonna have a little bit better production though. But hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Tapping in is just the first of many. So we'll see y'all probably next week, man. Tapping in.
Most definitely, man. Appreciate it.
That's it.